Hey you guys, okay, so today's video is so fun and special because we're doing all the little glam extras. We're using all these fun products. I'm using this mask that has like real gold in it, little eye patches, like we're literally starting from scratch. I'm using this Chanel tan, the low tan, that tanning. I'm gonna show you guys this in a second because y'all know how I feel about self-tanner. But I'm doing this glam look that is sweet and soft because that's how I like to do it. I don't like to go, when I do full glam, to just say, okay, well I gotta use like the painted on highlighter. I'm gonna do like the thickest line I can do. You know, I don't want it to look so like aggressive. It can look real aggressive, you know what I mean? Like when you do the sharp brows and all that. I wanna look perfected. I wanna look glam. I wanna look extra. I wanna use my new like fluttery silk lashes that are freaking amazing that I cannot wait to share with you guys. I wanna do all that, but I just want it to look soft and sexy and like beautiful. I want to feel comfortable still. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to share with you guys all that. I don't skip any steps, y'all. We use primer, we use eye primer, a lot of things that I normally skip. But I don't use those things just to use them. If I use those, they're gonna be real good, y'all know. So we're gonna do that together. I'm gonna take you guys through everything. Like I said, we're gonna start from like scratch in a second. But I wanna show you guys this tan water. I'm gonna show you guys how I've been doing my lips lately. Like, it's not anything crazy. I can't stop using this stuff. It's like this Mermaid Lip Oil that is so good, you guys. I don't know, I go through phases with how I like to do my lips, but y'all will flip, that's so good. Gosh, I just feel like there's so much that I would just wanna go ahead and tell you guys the jump, but we're gonna get into it. Like I said, we're gonna do it all. But I do wanna share this with you guys. So I am collaborating with Nordstrom today. All of these things I purchased, these are things that I've picked out myself, things that I've had over time, but they are all available at Nordstrom. So I love doing these videos. It's a nice way to show you guys, you know, some of the best things that I've been using lately and share like a new look with you guys. Very, very excited to be doing another one of those with them, but we gotta see this. I gotta show you guys this. So a while back when I went to purchase all those Chanel items, I actually use face spray and stuff in this video, which I'm telling y'all, some of the best things, like I'm not kidding. So we saw this at the counter. My friend Lisa and I were shopping and we thought this was, at first we were like, oh, this is perfect. It smells so good, you guys. But then I thought, no, that's that tanning water. And the woman was like, yes, it's so good. And I thought, I'm gonna hold off on that. About a week later, I was at a Nordstrom and I thought, I'm just gonna grab it. I'm just gonna pick this up. Let me show you what this is. So this is kind of the new thing, like these tanning sprays. Now I don't like to get a tan. I don't like to look tan. I don't like to get spray tans. I don't like my legs to look dark. You know, I like my skin tone. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Excessive tanning like isn't necessarily something I like to do to my skin anymore. I wear a lot of sunscreen, but I also don't like colors, self-tanners. It makes me feel a little claustrophobic. So I want to show you guys. When you see my skin, like I feel like it has a nice little glow to it. This I have used. Now it's not going to be something that makes you, wow, like I'm several shades darker. It's just going to knock that scary off your legs. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If y'all are real pale like me, you know what I'm talking about. You gotta knock the scary off, okay? I'm all for being like a little scary pale at times. That's great. I'm that 90% of the time. But I'm just saying, like, this is not bad, okay? It's just very clean. Like, you just spray it on. It's not a big deal. I just rub it in. You're not having to like be super careful with it. It's such a fine mist. Y'all know how I feel about like mists on products. Such a fine mist. The most beautiful scent, you guys. Zero fuss to it. Like I straight up just sat right down on this chair. No, I probably should have wiped that off. But I'm telling y'all, like, it's nothing that you're like, oh, that's gonna get all over me. Oh, that's gonna stain my sheets. I can't sit on my couch now. It's not that. Like my legs are already just like dry. Like there's nothing to it. And it's not like, oh, I gotta build up this tan. It's literally like as it develops, it's just gonna give you a little something. Like you're not gonna be like super tan, but it's just gonna make your skin look a little better. Do you know what I mean? So I'm all for this. I think this is really cool. And the Chanel one's really special because it has that yummy scent to it that isn't, it's not aggressive. No. It's just soft and beautiful, but not heavy. It doesn't smell like self-tanner. If you don't wash your hands, it's not the end of the world, but I would wash my hands, you know, like I usually do. That is something that I have been absolutely loving, and I wanted to kind of share that with you guys from the jump. About my outfit, I will link to these hoops. These are those ones that I just love so much. You can't even hardly see them. They're just so light and pretty. I'll know these are some of my favorite tops. I love them. These are always at a good price, and I've got them in a lot of different colors. I'm wearing them with these shorts today, so couldn't be easier. Just a very simple outfit. And then I just left my hair in the same little like side pony. I was gonna do it, and I thought, you know what? I want like an effortless glam look. I just want to feel comfortable. So that's what we did. So I hope that you guys enjoy the whole like makeup part of this. All right, you guys, so let's jump into the whole like getting ready part of this. All right, y'all, I told y'all we were starting from like major scratch today. So yeah, here I am. I'm gonna do a few little treatments that I do like when I want to like look extra special or to feel extra special. If you're gonna like pamper yourself a little bit, I'm using my Peter Thomas Roth, my Cucumber Detox Eye Gel Patches. All I've done so far is just wash my face, and what I do is I put the fat end of these toward the outside because I want more moisture there. You can also put the fat end here. Whatever, I've seen people do it both ways, but I like doing it there because I like most of the like stuff to get on my like crow's feet area. You know, that area that gets a little creepy. Okay, y'all, and I get it like way up under there. I'm so excited about this. I love a good peel off mask just because I feel like it just removes all your dull skin. It can like make you look a little brighter. It can make your makeup go on a little smoother. So I have been so curious about this, you guys. We're gonna try it for the first time together. It is the Too Faced Glow Job. So it's a peel off mask. It has real gold in it. Illuminating, smoothing, brightening ingredients, luminous skin, removes dull skin, all that. So it says to stir it to like activate the gold and all the ingredients in it, but it has kind of like a sweet, fruity smell. It's pretty cool. What I like to do with peel off masks is keep it like extremely thin. I don't need to get it up under my eyes, so that's good, but I'm gonna put it right up next to this thing here. Oh, it's very like sparkly and pretty. I'm gonna like really spread it out thin. Okay. I love to do a peel off mask right before I do my makeup if I have time. We'll see how this one makes my skin look. Okay, so I think I have just a few more minutes. I did it very thin. You can just put on a thin layer just to like maybe here, like don't do your whole face. And then you can do it real quick before you do your makeup. So this is always the tough area to get started right there. Ooh. Oh wow, look, and I did it super thin, but it's staying in one piece, which I love. Like it's coming off pretty clean. You know what I mean? Like it's not like that was attached to my hair. So I'm gonna rinse that out later, but they're like so satisfying. I don't know. It's another one of those like gross things, you know what I mean? Like how gross are we? Like I don't know. I love stuff like that. Came off really clean. Like I don't even feel like I need to rinse, which that's really cool. This one kind of left like a pretty sheen, and it made my skin feel really soft. I think that masks like that, like peel off masks, just kind of prep your skin really, really good for makeup, and then rub in whatever serum's left behind from those patches. But I just feel like that really refreshes my eye area. Okay, so I'm putting on my moisturizer. I'm using my Clinique Even Better. This moisturizer is really nice. It makes your skin feel really slippery and very moisturized, but it's oil-free, so I feel like it preps my skin really well anyways. But y'all know I have been using this lately, and it is the Laura Mercier, the oil-free foundation primer. Super picky about foundation primers most of the time. Like I always say, I just don't even use them at all because there's just very few that I like, and they just have to feel a certain way. So I get a tiny amount that was probably even too much, and I just kind of press it into my skin. And this one just feels clean, it smells clean, it doesn't feel greasy, so I really like that. I make sure that I get it really around like my hairline. Then I'm using my Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Long Wear foundation. I just put it out on my hand and I use my beauty blender. So I use the shade Vanilla in this. It is extremely full coverage, right? And you guys have seen me use this before. This is like mega full coverage, like the most full coverage foundation. You guys have seen me use this before. And once you blend it in, you know, it works pretty seamlessly with my skin, but to begin with, it's a little like, whoa, because like, I mean, look, like, hey, but y'all, it is such a good foundation. And it actually looks very like luminous and beautiful. But if I want to go like a little extra, I really want a foundation that has good coverage, you know what I mean? It definitely has more coverage than any of the other foundations I've been trying lately, but it still looks really natural, which is pretty rare. And of course, like I always do, I make it look a little more alive with my bronzer. I need to bust open my new one of these. When it gets toward the bottom, it gets a little like used looking. It just makes your skin look alive when you use a really like full coverage foundation. Do you see what I mean? It's just one of my all-time favorites. I just love it so much. I take just a tad bit of this Hourglass, the veil, and I don't set my entire face with it. I just put a little right here on the sides of my nose and right on my chin. Okay? It's very, very good setting powder. I've had a few setting powders that I like lately, which is odd. I don't do my whole face, I just do that area. My favorite concealer, it's the By Terry, and just put a little under my eyes, and I'm almost out of it. But I would highly recommend that stuff. And every time I use those eye gel patches, I can just tell, I mean, it plumps up that area a little bit that I have an issue with, but it also just makes your concealer go on so beautiful. You can take that same veil, just a tiny bit on a brush. This one is so perfect. I will link to this one, and just put it right there. Don't run it up under this area, because that's usually like where you might look a little dry, where you can look a little crepey. So we don't want to do that. So I just like to put it here. Okay, before I go any further, I'm gonna put this treatment on my lips, which I absolutely love. I finally repurchased my all-time favorite color in it, which I think is just like the original, the pink. Comes in a few different colors, and I recently had the blue one. It's the Dior Lip Maximizer, and you guys, this is just the best. Every day I put this on, even if I don't do any kind of makeup at all. I just put it on, it's so good. Get it right at your lip line, it really plumps. In those lines, you know what I mean? It just plumps it up, it makes your lip shape prettier. It's just so, so good. I wanna show you guys this before I go any further. So I only put powder like here, here, here. This is something new that I picked up recently. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. I use this a couple different ways. If I don't use a primer, I can actually use it as a primer. You can just dab it right on your skin. It's like a beautiful sheen that goes on your skin and can kind of like prep your makeup, and it makes your foundation go on a little glowier. You can mix it with your foundation. But if I like to use a real primer and then I use a foundation, sometimes I just like to kind of dab it over the areas where I'm gonna highlight. And it just is so beautiful. It's just a gorgeous, beautiful, like natural sheen to your skin, and then you can put your highlighter over it. It reminds me a bit of my MAC Prep and Prime Radiant Rose, because it's a tiny bit of coverage, you know what I mean? But it's just like a glow. It's like a beautiful glow. I do my brows, and I've just been using this lingering pencil. I try so many different things and different brow things, and this MAC brow pen, I mean, look at the difference, you guys. This is just so good. I love this pencil so much. And then I fluff them up a little bit. When you use a pencil, like, you really need to kind of blend it in, but I like to use this. It's the Hourglass Brow Volumizing Gel, and it just makes, honestly, it makes them look a little softer for a gel, which is kind of weird. But it just makes them look a little softer. It keeps them in place without putting on like a really, you know, like slicky gel. And it just makes them look very smooth and even because you've got a touch of color. And I'm using the Warm Brunette. So since we are doing it right, because I am, you know, doing all the steps, want my makeup to last, I'm using my Trish McEvoy eye base, which I actually really love. It gives you a little bit of color. It actually makes your eyeshadow last longer, not crease. But what I love is that already, when I rubbed it in, it feels smooth and set. Do you know what I mean? It's not greasy. Y'all, this, love so much. I've shown you guys a really natural look with this. It's the Tom Ford Disco Dust. I'm using this color right here first, and I'm putting it right in the crease. Y'all, this is amazing. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little more of a glam look, and what I do is I don't take a color and do it all over the lids first. I've got my eye base on. That's kind of down there. We're gonna put another color there in a second, but I start always with my crease color, and I just kind of really just blend the you-know-what out of it and pull it up a little. The most perfect crease color on earth. It's just so good. So a lot of days I just use this. I might use the darker shade in this like as an eyeliner, or I might smudge it a little. But literally, I mean, this color is everything. So what I do next is I take this little eyeshadow brush, my little trusty MAC 239, and I take this cranberry shade, and I'm gonna tap that all over the lid so that my eyeshadow base really grabs it. And it is so perfect, you guys. It's just the perfect, like, cranberry warm, but not too red or pink shade. It's just so gorgeous. This palette is seriously perfect. Okay, and then take a smaller brush, take the dark shade, get just a little on the tip of your brush, and dab it right in that corner. Pull it down on your lash line a little, and just kind of smudge it. And then wipe that brush off a little bit, or flip it, or do whatever you want to do, and grab this sparkly shade. You guys, this is so pretty. And it's just gonna add a little bit of sparkle. You just tap that right on the center of your lid. I love it when an eyeshadow quad or whatever, or palette duo, whatever, comes with one of these little sponges that's sharp, because it is so perfect for your under eye area or to use as liner. Sometimes I'll just like take this little brush, use it right along your upper lash line as liner. It'll be just enough to like hide the band of my lashes. Perfect. Take the fatter end and take your the crease color that's a little softer and kind of just smudge it on that lower lash line right over. This is the MAC Subculture. It's just another one of those that always works. I do everything kind of in a funky order, I know. I'm like, I don't do just all the lips at once or just all the eyes at once. I just kind of, you know, I just kind of keep it balanced as I go so I can kind of see how things are panning out. These lashes, you guys, I cannot wait to go back and look at some more of them, because sometimes when you try new lashes, you just, you know, you just grab one set and you just want to try them. These are such good quality, you guys. These are the Lash Star Exquisite Multi-Dimensional False Lashes. The band is very thin. They're just so soft and beautiful. These are like so pretty. I didn't want to pinch them, so I'm using my tweezers. I don't want to like smash them together with my fingers. Oh yeah, it's like the perfect. Okay. I glue on my hands too. These are just kind of effortless to put on. I mean, they were already kind of curved. The band is very thin, and they are so soft and fluttery and beautiful that I don't even want to put mascara on with them. And if you get nice lashes like this, it will keep them nicer longer. Like you don't even have to, you know, you don't have to worry about like the old like yucky mascara sticking to them. I didn't even pile on like a bunch of liner to like camouflage them. They're just kind of seamless. Oh my gosh, so dangerous. Anytime I ever find something like that, I'm like, oh, let me run and get all the others, or let me now see, you know, all the other ones they have. So, but yeah, but you can keep them for longer rather than buying, you know, a cheaper pair that you just kind of throw out. So, gosh, y'all, so good. I love that. I love like sexy eyes that just don't look like piled on with like thick painted liner, which I love that too sometimes. But if you're gonna do dramatic lashes, I think sometimes it's pretty for them just to look soft and fluttery, like where you can't see any, you know, like harsh eyeliner lines or, you know, crazy plasticky lashes. Like these look very fluttery, very real and soft. Oh, I love them. Definitely don't skip your lower lashes with mascara when you do false lashes, because it will help the top ones look a little more like, okay, that makes sense. You know what I mean? Because it's not just like, boom, it's crazy, and then like bald, you know what I mean? So I showed you guys what I did with this filter. Like this is so versatile. You know, there's so many different ways to use it. I'm gonna show you guys some different ways, you know, in upcoming videos, but you saw how I just kind of put it on a little bit right there. That's soft and beautiful. You could totally leave it like that. Like I love when I look at my nose, like it doesn't look like I've got a whole bunch of crap on it. It's just glowy and pretty. But if y'all have not tried this, it is so good. It's the Chanel highlighting powder that I have just been raving about. The brush that comes with it is good. That's just what I've been using. And at first glance, I thought it was gonna be like way too sparkly and shimmery, but y'all, it is so pretty. It's one of those things, like, again, when I look at my skin in the car or when I look at myself throughout the day, it just looks so pretty. It doesn't look like a real thick, like frosted stripe or like a hit you in the face, like bam thing. It just really blends in with your skin, and it just gives you the most beautiful, like sparkly glow that just looks like it's a part of your skin. It gives you something without being like so boom, like in your face, super aggressive. So for my lips lately, I haven't really been wanting to do a lot of like really heavy liquid lipsticks or anything that's super drying or matte or anything that really dries out. I've just been doing my just same old same. I do this in the morning or when I'm starting my makeup. I've been doing lip liner, and then sometimes just more of this and just leaving them kind of like wet looking. I've been liking a glossy look. I've been liking a little bit of like sheer, like lipstick sheared out, and I've really been loving this one again. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Kim KW, which I'm thinking I might do, but then I also might just show y'all this because this is what I've been doing a lot of the time too. It's called like Mermaid Lip Oil, and you know, you can use it as a prep first before things. You can use lipstick and then a little bit on top. It's almost like one of those pretty lip toppers, but it is so gorgeous, you guys. Like, it's like thin. Like your lips just kind of drink it up. but they just look wet and pretty, and they've got a tiny bit of that sheen without looking like you're painting on frost, which I really don't love a lot of like frosted lip colors. So it looks like that. Let me show you what it looks like over the lipstick, because why not? This is the most perfect nude. If you have not tried this, it's hard to find like a good nude. You can put a little over it just to keep your lipstick from looking so cakey, which that's what I love. So, and then I do a little bit of my NARS Orgasm Blush, just very, very last, because I don't want to look too heavy like I'm wearing too much blush, but I also want my skin to look a little sweet because we got a lot of coverage going on with this foundation. And sometimes I think like, you know, a little bit of color on your cheeks kind of sweeten it up. Use my face spray, which, y'all, I love this. Like when it runs out, I'm gonna be running for some more because this is the best face spray. You know, y'all know I'm so picky about the mist on face sprays. For years I've told you guys, like that's what I look for. If I have a really good face spray and I'm like, oh, the ingredients look great, maybe the formula is really nice, the first spray, if it's like one of those real wet sprays that isn't like, I won't even, you know, I won't even try it, but this is so good. It's the Chanel Hydra Beauty. All right, you guys, so I will link to everything below. Everything's available at Nordstrom. Loved doing this video and showing you guys a fun glam look with some of these new products, and really just surprised at like how many, you know, I've been doing this for so long, and it's like, you know, you think, well, how much better can it get? Like, how many new things can I discover? And I just feel like we keep discovering like new and better things, and things just keep improving, and I'm like, you know, figuring out new ways to do things, and it's just really fun, and I'm just having such a good time. It's just such a fun, light thing. It just makes you feel good. It's such a cool thing that I think like we can share together. So thank you guys for sharing this with me. Thanks for spending this time with me today. Love y'all so much, and I will talk to you all very soon. Bye, you guys.